What was the best $50 you ever wasted? 1. I bought a Pepsi machine for $50. Got it home and had to crack it open, and inside was $261.37 in the change box. 2. I lent some money to an annoying cousin. Dude went out of his way to avoid me as much as possible afterwards. Money well spent. 3. Spent $50 to access a lounge with a shower during a layover before a 12-hour flight. It literally changed my day and my mood for the rest of the flight. 4. Bought a 1974 Honda XR200 motorcycle from an old guy. He said it didn't run. I took it home, cleaned the carb, and put a new spark plug in it. That was 20 years ago. Still ride it every summer. 5. My first starter deck and boosters for MTG. I ended up with cards I later sold for nearly $2,000. 6. My dog was a rescue with a $50 rehoming fee. She's been my absolute best friend for the past 7 years, and I often call her the best $50 ever spent. 7. Last year in September I moved from Canada to Ecuador while dealing with pretty severe depression. Come New Year's I ended up spending $50 on a 24-pack of fireworks. New Year's in Beach Town, Ecuador is basically 2 hours of non-stop fireworks starting from around 11 to 1. I shared a bunch with friends, but I let off a ton of fireworks. It was the first time in a long while where I didn't feel at least slightly depressed. I was on the mend after 3 months, but there was always this background static. For that night there was no static, just friends, laughter, and a ton of explosions. I blew up $50 and it was glorious. 8. Ate at a Michelin star restaurant and they served lemonade for $50 in a 1-ounce cup. 9. Ridiculous pink suede ankle boots. I've had them for 24 years and counting. 10. First date with my husband was at Waffle House. Romantic, I know, but it was honestly the best date I've ever been on. He was so much fun to talk to and be around that I didn't want it to stop, so I just kept ordering food so the wait staff wouldn't be mad at me while we sat there and talked for ages. Looking back, we probably could have gone somewhere else, but it was already late and pouring down rain. I think the final bill after 4-ish hours was around $50. I don't remember the actual number, but I do remember eating Waffle House for the next few days. 11. I bribed the hostess at a very busy restaurant in Hawaii. The wait was supposed to be more than an hour, but I offered her $50 and she took me and our party straight to a table in front of the band. When I thought about it, if we had to wait for an hour at the bar and had at least 2 rounds, 4 people, it would cost us close to $200. It seemed like a reasonable amount in comparison. 12. I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin back in 2014 to buy something off the darknet but never actually spent it. Ended up cashing it out a couple of years ago for $6,400.